5. This is going to be, well, we'll start out with my top 10, for the draft that's going to go on tomorrow night. Only first round on Thursday, which is wonderful. Sadly, our Indianapolis Colts do not have a first round pick. Still holding out hope for the Sauce to be worth it. I'm not mad about it yet, but we'll see what we can do with the fleece the first 10 for tomorrow, because let's just face it, after that, usually everybody goes to bed. Unless you have a team, in the mid-teens or whatever. But absolutely. We'll start off with number 1, Vegas Raiders. I think everybody is in agreement. It's going to be Fernando Mendoza, quarterback from IU. It's a no-brain, no-brain pick. So I think that's where they're going to go. That's where they should go. I think pairing him with Kirk Cousins is a great move, because I think they're the same spirit animal. And then we'll go down to the number 2 pick for the New York Jets. Some people are kind of twisted here, but I think that they're going to go defense with their first pick just because of the raw talent that's up there in the top 5. I have them picking Arvell Reese from Ohio State. I think he's a can't miss prospect. I think he can come in and he can dominate from day one, and I feel like it's what he's going to do. Hate Ohio State. But hey, I know good talent when I see it. So I do believe that that's where they go. I think they go defense, and they pick him up at number 2. Number 3 for the Arizona Cardinals, I have them. Some people have them going defense or going receiver or whatever. I have them taking Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame. I think that Arizona, the one thing that they are lacking is power running. And I think that that's where they're going to go. And what are you going to do? You're going to take the best running back available. Jeremiah Love is a 3-down back. He is Saquon Barkley, basically. He can run it up your ass. He can catch it out of the backfield. I do believe that he could be what they're missing on offense. So I think Cardinals, Jeremiah Love. Hate on me if you want to, but that's fine. I don't hate it. And you got number 4, Tennessee Titans. I think they got a good young offensive core. So I don't think that they need to reach on any offensive players. I think that they need to shore up their defense. And I think that that's no-brainer again. So I have them going with probably the best player at the combine, Ohio State Sonny Styles, picking him up. I think that they should go defense and get somebody, Jeffrey Simmons can only get you so far. You can't ride a D lineman the whole time and expect him to win you games. You got to get somebody behind him or next to him. And Sonny Styles is one of those guys. I think he could be a game changer. He can cover, he can rush. I think it would be a good call for Tennessee, even if they are a division rival. I don't care. They're going to want to be better. So I have them taking Sonny Styles at 4. And at number 5, the New York Giants, they get 2 picks in the top 10. I think they're going to use their first pick and get Caleb Downs right off the board. And I think, the Giants have a decent defense, but everybody was able to throw on them last year. Caleb Downs gives you somebody who can be sideline to sideline. And I think he would fit with the Giants and what John Harbaugh wants to bring there. He can be like the Ed Reed of back in the day, you know what I mean? And when he was all right, Marlon Humphrey or Kyle Hamilton style of safety. You can bring him up. He can play the mid or he can play deep. And I think that's what the Giants will need, especially in the NFC East and all those good offensive teams. So I think that number 5, the Giants will take Caleb Downs.
So I disagree with you on almost all of them. On number 1, we agree. It's going to be Mendoza.
Obviously.
And that's, it's obvious, right? But number 2, I can't believe you didn't even name this guy. The best pass rusher, prototypically, the one with the moves, is David Bailey. Yeah. I believe David Bailey's going to go to the Jets here at number 2. Arvell Reese, he is good, but he's a specimen, and he's almost like Clowney-esque. I feel like there's a lot of hype for him, but you don't know if he's sure it will turn into some awesome stuff. And I just think Bailey's a surefire guy. At number 3, I do like your pick with Jeremiah Love. I really do. But I think they're going to go defense, and they might take Reese here. I think I could see that happening, which makes me feel like Jeremiah Love will fall to Tennessee at 4. I don't think Jeremiah Love falls outside of 4. I really don't. A lot of people have talked on the media and made it seem like it's a pretty sure thing that he's probably going to go Arizona or Tennessee, or someone's going to trade up for him. Another reason I don't think Arizona is going to take Jeremiah Love is because they saw what happened with the Raiders last year when there wasn't a lot of talent on offense and they took their running back high, Boise State, that he didn't play well because there wasn't enough talent on offense. I think Arizona's in the same boat. So I think they're going defense to build up some other things and be a competitive team that way. So Jeremiah Love goes to 4 with Tennessee Titans because their offense is young and ready to bring in another skill guy like that. And the other 2 running backs, they're going to keep Spears and they're probably going to move on from the other for Pollard. But they will just have plenty of running backs. And I think that they probably want to draft a new guy to go with their QB. But I agree with you on number 5, bud, Caleb Downs. I don't think Caleb Downs also will make it out of the top 5. The 2 guys I'm most sure of are Jeremiah Love and Caleb Downs. They're going to find their way to the top 5 somehow, some way. So those are my top 5 that are slightly different from yours. Shame on you leaving David Bailey out.
Well, I don't have him falling very far. I just think, the needs of these teams. Hey, I think Sonny Styles, the only reason I have Tennessee taking him is, yes, Love is off the board. And I think if he was there at 4, Tennessee probably takes him. But I think Sonny Styles is a Robert Saleh guy. Like he loves the athletic linebackers, somebody you can bring down to the edge or play coverage. Sonny Styles can do it all. Yeah. He's a very, very I think he was a little underrated at Ohio State because, Ohio State's defense, man, was loaded last year. Mm-hmm. So many good players. But I just think that, if Jeremiah Love goes at 3, then Robert Saleh is going to say, what's Robert Saleh all about? Defense. So I just see that's where he's going to go because they're going to have, I think that they need to get at least one receiver, in the first 2 or 3 rounds. But I think that they're at the end of last year, they kind of came together a little bit, So I don't think that they're hurting for skill guys on offense right now. I think their defense needs to be shored up. So that's why I had him going. And the Giants for sure get taking Caleb Downs at 5. I know Dallas is going to do anything and everything that they can to move up to try to get Caleb Downs. And I think the Giants know that. And I think, Giants having a 5 and 10, then I think that they're going to say, Dallas wants Caleb Downs. We're going to take him at 5 because Dallas could absolutely move up to 6 through 10 and try to take him there.
I think they traded Dexter Lawrence to make sure that they could get Caleb and the guy they wanted because they were kind of sitting there and going, dang, we really don't want Dallas to get Caleb, and then we can get our guy, or we can also take Caleb. So I think they made that kind of thought process. And you know what? Harbaugh, he thinks that way. He's about beating the other teams and not just making his own team better. So
that's right.
Agreed.
That is right.
Go with your 6 through 10 here.
My 6 through 10, there might be trades. No trades. I think there's going to be a couple of trades in the top 10.
Probably like 5 in the first round, at least.
Maybe 5 total in the first round, because you're always going to have guys in the second round coming up. Mm-hmm. But at number 6, I have the Browns, and I don't think the Browns are going to make a smart choice just because they're the Browns. But I look at this as if I'm drafting for them. Mm-hmm. And what do they need? What did they lack last year? Good offensive line play.
Yeah.
Their quarterbacks were getting hit a lot, sacked a bunch. A lot of, the running game didn't really play very well. They didn't get a lot of production out of it. So I went ahead and I gave them Francis Mauigoa from Miami. I think is the premier offensive tackle coming out this year. We saw him against, he did really well against Indiana in the title game. We didn't really get a ton of pressure on his side. So I have the Browns making a smart decision. This is if I were them. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think they need to go tackle and snatch him up. Then at number 7, I have the Commanders taking Carnell Tate from Ohio State because who knows what's going to go on with McLaurin. So why not replace him with another Ohio State wide receiver? So Carnell Tate, I think a lot of people differ on this one. You know, who's the best receiver coming out this year? Is it Makai Lemon? Is it Jordan Tyson? Is it Carnell Tate? I personally think it's Carnell Tate. I think he can run all the routes. He's got some speed. He's got deceptive speed. And I think he's a pretty decent blocker for the position as well. So I would have the Commanders take Carnell Tate there at 7. And at number 8, the Nolan Saints, I'm giving them your boy, Bailey, from Texas Tech because they need it. You know, yes. Cam Jordan is getting old, so I think that they need a good premier pass rush. And if David Bailey falls out of the sky like an angelic infant into their arms, they can just
I don't think he falls to 8, but we will see.
Maybe somebody, like, it's one of those, I think somebody may move up to get him. But, you know, if I'm doing just based on what I think makes the most sense, team need, I would go David Bailey right there to New Orleans at 8.
Okay.
And then at 9, somehow, Kansas City Chiefs. I kind of differ a little bit. A lot of people have them going offense, wide receiver here. I think they're good at wide receiver. I don't think they need to spend a top 10 draft pick on another wide receiver. They lost their 2 best corners this offseason, and I think that they used number 9 to pick what I think is a sure thing in Mansour Delane from LSU. I think he's going to be good. He's going to be great. And I just see like Kansas City just reloading. That's what they're going to do. So I have them taking Delane there at 9. And last but not least, at number 10, the Giants will go wide receiver and take who I think is the second best wide receiver coming out this year. I have them taking Makai Lemon from USC. You could absolutely say Jordan Tyson here, and I would not argue with you, but I would say I think Makai Lemon might be just a little bit better as far as like route running. He might be a little bit faster. And if you compare him with I'm going blank.
Talking about the ACL? He tore his ACL?
Yeah.
I'm going blank too.
You're going blank too. Boy, we are professionals.
He didn't play. He got hurt.
I know.
Man. Yes, if you compare him with Wan'Dale Robinson. Oh, wait, they let him go.
To the Titans.
Yeah.
See, I know that, and my brain is just fucking hates me right now.
Sorry, we'll clip some of this out.
Yes, we are going to have to. Shit, that's going to make me mad. This is earworm right now, and it's pissing me off.
Take your time.
Thank you for giving me this time.
Hey, that guy. Okay.
Yep. If you can compare, or if you can bring Makai Lemon in and pair him with a Malik Neighbors, that is just insanely rude, for one.
After what you just pulled, come on, man.
But yeah, no, I see, Makai Lemon, Jordan Tyson, you could either one of them, it would make sense right here. And to pair them with Neighbors and, Theo Johnson there, tight end, and give him that offense, giving the old boy another weapon. And so you would have Dart, you would have old Scatabo. Man, that would be a hard offense to contain. And I think that's where I think they should go.
All right, so my 6 for 10, slightly different, but not all the way. I have Sonny Styles available at 6, right? But I don't have Cleveland taking Sonny Styles. I actually think that Cleveland's going to take the offensive lineman that you said, Francis Mauga, because they do need offensive line help. If they're even going to try to put Watson or Shadur out there, they're going to need an offensive lineman to block. I mean, they do. They need it. Their running backs were pretty good. They've got a couple weapons to work with. Their defense, they got Garrett. You need a lineman. So I agree.
Yeah.
At number 7 with the Commanders, dude, I have them going Sonny Styles because I think their defense could really use a Sonny Styles in that position. I think that he would turn that defense into a top 10 defense. I think they've been flirting with that, and then they took a big step back last year.
Yeah.
So I see them going defense. I don't think they're that worried about McLaurin, but it's funny that you said Carnell Tate paired Ohio State receiver. I see him going 8 to the Saints to be paired with their Ohio State receiver. So, you got the quarterback who I thought looked pretty good last year. I think he's going to be able to make some strides. You go get him a new weapon and have him with a couple of solid. The speedster go to Seahawks. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to remember names right now because I'm trying to fly through it. But the Saints could use another weapon, right? Use another weapon. Yeah. So for me, that makes the most sense. At number 9, it is a little scary to think that Kansas City could get the second best receiver at the board at 9. It's like, fuck you. But I agree with you. They're going to corner because they got fleeced with their 2 corners by the Rams.
Yeah.
So they're going to need a new one. So I think Mansour does make the most sense. Delane, he's going to go there. They're going to get the best corner in the draft. So it's still kind of a fleece. But then at number 10, the Giants. This one's kind of a tough one. I don't really know for sure. I think my gut tells me maybe Jordan Tyson over Lemon. So I kind of agree with you there. I think that the slightly bigger Tyson, I mean, guy's 5'11", 192, and Jordan Tyson 6'2", 203 is a little bit bigger. It's not much, but for some reason, I see Tyson ending up as a Giant, giving Dart another weapon. That's my guess as to what happens in the top 10. The rest of them, like you said, it starts to just shuffle like crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think, Dallas is going to do everything that they can to get into that top 10 somewhere. I know that they want Caleb Downs, but I'll just visit them real quick. I had them going with an edge rusher, Keldrick Falk from Auburn. If they can't get Caleb Downs, I think that's their next best thing is to get another edge rusher.
I think Dallas is eyeing number 6 a little bit because I know they may not be able to get in the top 5. And like you said, I think Caleb Downs will be gone. Number 6, you're going to be left with either David Bailey, Phil Reese, or Sonny Styles. One of them will be there at 6. And I think Cleveland's motivated to trade back because I think their offensive lineman is around 10 or 13. So I 100%. Think that they're going to be motivated to trade back. And I think Dallas has the 12th. So for me, I see that happening 6 for 12. And there's a very good chance. And if it's not Dallas, someone else is going to be making offers to Cleveland as well. So watch for 6. That's my spot where I think the first trade may likely happen.
And if you're going to tell me to predict a trade, I do see Dallas trading this 12 to 6. And I see Sonny Styles in a Cowboys uniform.
Yes.
I really do.
So the question is that's where they would go before or not. Yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah. So I still believe that the Giants are going to do everything that they can to keep Caleb Downs away from Dallas. But if Dallas cannot have Caleb Downs, and I think Sonny Styles, I just see him getting taken right there. So
that's probably especially if he's there. I don't know if they'll do the same thing for David Bailey. That's way interesting that you had him falling to 8. But if it's Styles, which I think it was going to be, that Commanders are going to miss out on him. He's going to be going 6th. So I see your point. Yeah. So that makes him very interesting, I think, for number 6 for sure.
Yep. Yeah, and that's the only reason that I had Bailey fall back as far as I did, just because there could be somebody that wants to move up to take him, absolutely. And maybe even Dallas would take him at 6 if he's there.
Styles does have the hype right now, so I get it.
He does. He has the hype, and it's just like one of those guys you just look at him, it's like he looks like he would be a Dallas Cowboy. It's just one of those, somebody you just look at him, it's like you see Mendoza in a Raiders uniform, it's like I see him going there. Or I could see Jeremiah Love in a Cardinals uniform, So it's just kind of a gut feeling for me anyway.
Yep, I agree. Well, the draft is tomorrow night, so everybody stay tuned to see how right we were about these picks. So until next time, see you later.